you don't want to be leaping to the defence of Suella Braverman particularly, because, she does say things that are kind of really extraordinary, like her dream is to see planes taking off and deporting people to Rwanda. But at the same time, this was unfair.
I was thinking about this over the weekend. Initially, John, I had the same reaction to you. I thought, oh, well, that seems a little unfair. And then I watched the full clip and I thought about it. And actually, I came to the conclusion that although it is true to say that if I was Suella Braverman, I may have been a little peeved, a little bit irritated. There's no doubt that that clip, in the way that it's edited, makes her seem a little bit colder, a little bit more austere, a little bit harsher. But in fact, and I think this is where the Home Office's defence of it and going out there to defend it on social media in the way that they did becomes more indefensible. In fact, if you think about it, it's not as if this charity altered the Home Secretary's meaning. See, if this had been an example of misinformation or it was distorting what she was saying, I would agree. But fundamentally, they're not. It is true that it's making her seem, as I say, a little harsher. But ultimately, what she was asked was, how do you justify the use of that language? Because I, as a child refugee from the Holocaust, find it extremely uncomfortable. It is true that she introduced the remarks with, talking about her own experiences and her family experiences. Ultimately, she got to the crux of her argument, which is to say, I'm not going to apologise because I won't apologise because I think I'm right, that this is such a significant problem that I won't resile from it. Okay. So I don't really think this charity in any fundamental way distorted her meaning. Okay. So I don't blame them for not taking it down.
Right. You or Emily or me are in an edit suite cutting a piece together.
I agree with that. We wouldn't have done it.
We would never have done that.
No, but they're not journalists.
Because it would have been unrepresentative of what she said.
Yes, but we're journalists and they're not. And ultimately...
But then when the journalist story is Suella Braverman under fire for remarks to a Holocaust survivor, that is true. She is under fire for her remarks to a Holocaust survivor. But there has been no context and no attempt to put it in a perspective what she has said.
Yes.
And therefore it's very unfair on her.
Well, I don't think it is very unfair. The headlines actually were, Suella Braverman refuses to apologise for her remarks after questioning from a Holocaust survivor, which she didn't do. She didn't do. And it is true, as I say, that the edited version of it, and you're absolutely right, I was thinking about exactly that point earlier, the three of us, if we were making a package for the TV news, would definitely have included some of her introduction for context, 100%. But the burden on this stuff is less for a charity, so long as I say, as they're not fundamentally distorting her meaning or indeed lying about what she was saying, which they didn't do.
The Newsagents. This is a Global Player original podcast.